Hi everyone, hope you're okay. Just thought I'd do, well, it's probably not going to be a quick video, it's probably going to be quite a long video. The reason I wanted to do this video is because there's something I wanted to share with you, and it's something that I've put on my Facebook, but it hasn't ever been heard, if that makes sense. I've never spoken it, really mentioned it on any interviews, but it's something that has bothered me for quite a long time. It's called a victim impact statement. Now, a victim impact statement, for those that don't know, you basically try and put in writing how it feels to have lost someone, or how you feel about being injured. It's just your version of how a crime has impacted you personally. And I was asked to write this. The plan was that I was to get up in court and read it myself. And it's supposed to show the jury and the judge just the devastating impact losing Josh had on myself and many others. Unfortunately, it was decided by the court that I wasn't allowed to read it out, and it also wasn't allowed to be read out publicly. The reason behind that was basically because they felt that there were so many emotions running highly between everybody that this could have potentially triggered people to get angry, and it could have had a really negative effect on people. So I understood, but I also felt that I'd been done out of expressing myself how I really wanted to be heard at that point. So I'm going to read it to you. Now, the other point is that I'm reading it because of the time of year, and I'm going to try really, really, really hard not to get upset. However, I probably will, you know me. Now, 7 years ago tomorrow, it would have been 7 years since Josh was actually stabbed. On Monday, it will be 7 years since Joshua passed away. So it's an incredibly difficult time of year for me and for many others. Just knowing that 7 years ago he was still alive and was still with us all and with me. So it is a very, very hard time of year. But to be honest, it's always a hard time of year. Just being without him is incredibly difficult. But, you know, so just going back to that, on Monday will be the 7 year anniversary. So if anyone does want to post about Josh and just remember him, then that'd be amazing. I know you're all great, and, you know, he will never ever be forgotten. But as his mum, it always warms my heart to see anybody put a tribute out to him. So that'd be fantastic. So, right, I'm going to read out the victim impact statement because I want people to kind of hear the impact that knife crime has on people. I know a lot of you know the impact it's had on me. Some of you might not. Some of you might be carrying a knife thinking, I'll never use it, what's the problem? But, you know, for me, this isn't getting any better. Every single day somebody's being stabbed. Every single week somebody's losing somebody they love, and they will be writing a victim impact statement like this. So, you know, it's important that people like myself do what we can to show young people the devastating impact of knife crime and youth violence. So, you know, this is one of the reasons I'm sharing this, but I also am very, you know, proactive and proud to keep Joshua's name alive and for people to realise just, you know, who Josh was. Not Depp's man, not Depp's, not a music person, Joshua. So I'm going to read it. It's quite long-winded, so, you know, if you want to listen, that's fab. If you don't, I understand. Okay, so I'm going to read it exactly word for word as it was written to the court. So here goes. Okay, so this is the hardest thing I've ever had to write. I don't have the words to explain what losing Josh means to me, as our love for each other was unique. I had two children who I loved dearly and who were very different. My daughter was very independent, yet Josh was always very dependent. He had ADHD, which meant he needed me to guide him through every moment of every day, from a little boy to a young man. I spent my life devoted to him, showing him how to behave, how to love, how to respect, and how to be genuinely happy. And he achieved all of these things by the time he died, which in a way makes this worse. All that time and effort paid off, and when he died, he found true happiness. I've never known anyone loved as much as Josh. He was truly a genuine and unique person. so kind-hearted, so full of life, and he had blossomed into a beautiful young man that anybody would be very, very proud of. He adored me, and I adored him. Losing him has destroyed the only thing in my life that gave me genuine happiness. Sometimes the challenges of life make young people shut down their emotions and the ability to show love, but I was lucky enough to be adored by my son, and for him to feel proud of me and comfortably expressing his love, and I will be forever grateful for that. From the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep, I prioritised him. He loved life and had matured so much in the last 12 months. He knew exactly where he wanted to be with his life and to be an honest, positive member of society. When you have ADHD and experience some of the challenges Josh did, you begin to appreciate just how much he did achieve. He wanted to work and work hard. He became very successful in the music industry, and this was just the beginning. At the age of 17, after a lot of focus and hard work, he wrote and recorded his first album, Too Real. It went to number 1 in the iTunes charts, and for an unsigned artist, it is a huge, unique achievement. I truly believe he would have made it internationally and become financially independent. He was talented and focused. He dreamed of looking after me, buying me a mansion and spoiling his grandparents and his sister, and this was taken from him. I have thought how would I explain my feelings of loss, and there are no words to truly make you understand. All I can do is ask you to take one moment and think about someone you love deeply and who makes you happy. Someone that you see every day and you need. Then for them to be killed in the way Josh was. To bleed to death, and even when unconscious, fight as he didn't want to leave me or this world. He died quickly, but kept on coming back, only to finally give in 7 hours later. I then had to say goodbye to my beautiful boy, to kiss his cold, hard face and leave him forever. Just imagine the pain of that. It is unimaginable. To come home and never ever to kiss him again. To hug him like I did every day, to say how much I loved him. I am lost, and I don't want to be here without him. I don't want to find a way to move forward. I just want him, and it is a very painful feeling knowing you can never have what you need and want, and that is my beautiful, kind and loving Josh. How many 17 to 18-year-olds are nationally known and respected by thousands, yet do not think twice of kissing their mum on the face and holding her hand in public? Not many. But I was blessed with a truly special bond of love. He adored his grandparents and family and knew they adored him. His grandparents are old, and he was their shining star. Their only hope before they die is to see justice served against the person who has taken their little Josh away. As he matured, he really appreciated the love and patience we showed him, and he was very loving to everyone. He hugged and kissed daily and always told us how much he loved us. When Josh was growing up, I was never angry with him, never lost my patience with him, and I was devoted to showing him how to live happily. I have no regrets about our relationship, and I knew all my efforts would pay off, and they did. I don't like using words like unfair or why, but he was an amazing and special person. No one had the right to take him from this world, as he didn't want to go. He wanted to live, to love and to be successful. He was ambitious and truly beautiful inside and out. Growing up, he faced some difficult times, and I loved him through every single one, taught him kindness, patience, empathy and understanding, and with unconditional love he blossomed. He loved living and loved his life, loved spoiling people and loved seeing the world, and that was taken from him because of jealousy. It is unfair. If you get a chance, please look at his pictures on Facebook or Twitter. You will see he radiates happiness and love. He had a circle of friends that truly loved him, and they are all hurt and lost. He was the friend that was full of life and they could all depend on. He made them laugh and pushed people to be kind and generous, just like I had to him. They all wish they had been with him that night and could have protected him. Some have nightmares, some are still off work, and others are just frozen with grief. Josh's death has left a void in all of his friends' hearts that can never be healed or filled. The thousands of fans that are grieving and missing him. It is so unfair that one person's actions has hurt hundreds of people. I get hundreds of messages every day from people expressing their loss. I live with my pain and try to see a future without him. But to be honest, there isn't a positive, happy future without him. My only hope is to learn how to live with the amount of pain in my heart. My world has fallen apart since Josh has died. I used to be an outgoing person who loved living. I was happily married and had 2 beautiful children, and I work full time. I now have 1 child. My marriage has broken down and I am not working at the moment. However hard I try to rebuild my life, I can never bring my Josh back, so it feels pointless trying, as I can never have the one thing I want and need, which is Josh. It has destroyed the person I used to be. My pain is important, but what is more important is that Josh is no longer here to live, to breathe and to love. All he wanted was me, and all I wanted was him. Such a beautiful person was killed on the 21st of September 2013 by someone thinking they had a right to carry a knife and use it. No one has a right to take anyone's life, to deny a future, and to take amazing people from their families, people that love them. So much hurt, desperation and loss has been caused just by one person's actions. I hope that the court, realises that no amount of punishment will equal the pain that has been given because of this situation, but that the sentence has to be equal to what has been done. Thank you for reading this, and I hope it shows you a small amount of the love I had for my son. I loved him with all my heart and soul, and now my heart and soul are broken without him. So I know that's a bit long, but basically that's what was written, and what I wanted to read out to the court, but I didn't have the opportunity to. Nothing's really changed. I mean, over the last 7 years, I've done so much. I've done as much as I can. And I will face the anniversary on Monday, and then a couple of days after, off I go again, full speed ahead, trying to have impact to people, to stop them picking up knives, to make better choices and have a more positive future. And I will always be grateful to Joshua for enabling me to do that, because there have been people out there that have listened to what I've said and who have changed, and it's because of his life and his message and his soul that has enabled that to happen. So to Joshua, I'm forever grateful. To everyone on Facebook that shows love, that is always so lovely to me, I just want to thank you for everything. I always am grateful for your kindness. So I know this is quite a long video, but I'm going to come off now. I'm going to take a few days just to face the anniversary, face how I feel, and then I'll be back, to make a difference. So lots of love to all of you. Look after yourself, look after your children, talk to your children about knife crime, give them a big massive hug, a big massive kiss, and take care everyone, and I will see you all soon. Okay, bye bye.